What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Monday NBA edition of my DFS podcast, talking about the main slate tonight on this Monday. We have 11 games to look at, only a couple of questionable guys. As we look to start a new week here and kind of bounce back from a tough NBA weekend, the injury news was pretty brutal. If you follow me on Twitter, I was pretty mad about that stuff, but I'll touch upon that in a second. But we have some good value picks here for this video. Give it a like. Make sure you're subscribed. Busy Monday. We have the World Series. We have this main slate. We have an after-hours slate for NBA, and we also have Monday Night Football. Sunday Night Football, the cash hybrid lineup, took down FanDuel contests. We had members cash out for a bunch. $4, you tied for 131. Again, in single game lineups, you usually tie with other people. But we had the best lineup possible. We had the perfect combination. The 4 Chargers with the Bears quarterback Badgett. He ended up doing a QB sneak touchdown at the end of the game that put us in first place. I know the $9 tournament, people tied for over $400. So we had a great ROI there. Hoping we can have another great Monday Night Football tonight. And then for NBA, get a winning streak going, and hopefully we can avoid any crazy, injuries or questionable resting guys. As I said earlier, I'm doing a pretty big Guru credit giveaway for all you guys, putting the code on my website for 20 Guru credits after the first couple of my plays in this video. Excited to start a new week. Excited to put that NBA weekend behind us and look forward to a solid night tonight. NBA is a long season. Even after a small handful of tough slates, you got to keep grinding. But we'll jump right into things here. Point guard, I like Spencer Dinwiddie. The Nets are in a great spot tonight at Charlotte. We have no Nick Claxton again, and on Friday I thought they were going to start De'Aaron Sharp. A lot of people played Sharp. Assuming that without a center, they would be turning to the big man. He ended up playing less minutes. He played 11 minutes in game 1 with Claxton, played 3 in that second game, and I had him everywhere. So that's one of those, when I say we had a tough weekend, it all started here. And we're going to learn our lesson. We're not going to play Sharp. We're going to play some guards on the Nets because they just shifted Ben Simmons to center, and it opened up more guard value. They started Cam Thomas. We saw more usage for Spencer Dinwiddie and other guys. And we also have no Cameron Johnson too. So there's a lot of value here. It's not going to be with De'Aaron Sharp. Won't make that mistake again. Great value against the Hornets. Dinwiddie saw 39 minutes. I don't think this game went to overtime. I don't know, actually. I don't remember. But 39 minutes, 23 and 8. Dinwiddie's a veteran now. He can, from what we've seen, he can put up 30 to 40 points on any given night, especially with extra usage. He had the ball in his hands plenty, with Ben Simmons playing the 5. Mostly we saw Dinwiddie run point guard a lot. At 6,000, he needs 30 fantasy points to hit value. Again, it's a great matchup in Charlotte. It's a 1-point spread. We got a 226.5 over-under, so it's looking like a nice scoring game. Should stay close. Dinwiddie looks pretty good at 6,000. Shooting guard, nice, safe cash game play here. Klay Thompson, he looked good last night. They didn't really need him at the end. Steph Curry got hot against the Rockets. 29 minutes, didn't need to play towards the end of that game, but he still played well. 25.8 fantasy points. Klay Thompson being under 6,000 is always going to be a good play. It's a good matchup in New Orleans against the Pelicans. He only needs 29 fantasy points to hit value. He should have a good chance of doing that tonight against the Pelicans. I'm probably going to have him in most of my lineups. He looks like one of the best value plays on this slate at this price. Going into my website for the free Guru credits, fd-guru.com. These credits get you all lineups, NBA, Cash, GPP, FanDuel, DraftKings, and then any other slate that I play, NFL. It's the universal currency. To get the free 20 credits, make sure you are signed into an account on my website. It takes 30 seconds to make an account and confirm your email. Go to the coupon barcode. It's always all caps. We're just going to do Halloween because we got Halloween tomorrow, nice and easy. All caps Halloween. You'll get 20 free Guru credits. Once you click apply coupon, it will say successfully applied, and then everything will reload itself on its own and add 20 credits to your balance. Again, just like this video, and definitely subscribe to this channel. I do NBA videos every weekday. Plenty of giveaways, plenty of website credits for all of you guys. Third play here, I like Paolo Banchero. He's been, a bit of a sluggish start here to start the year. They didn't need him against Houston as they blew them out at home the first game. Got a good, got a nice run against Portland, 35 minutes. Looked a little bit better, but still underperformed. At 7,000 now, he only needs 35 fantasy points. He's projected for right around that. In this matchup against the Lakers, it's the last game on the slate. Always nice to have a guy or two as in the last game to help you out, to push up in your contests. We got a 2-point spread. The Magic should be able to hang around with the Lakers. 219 over-under. I like Banchero to, take things into his own hands. He's definitely the number one option on this Magic team. He started the year out at 7,500. He's down to 7,000 because he's had a couple of, below average games, but I'm still going to ride with Banchero in this matchup. He's a guy who can get over 40 fantasy points pretty easily. We saw him do it plenty of times en route to his rookie of the year season last year. So I like this play at 7,000. I don't think we see his price around 7,000 too often this year. I expect him to turn the heat up a little bit in his sophomore year. Power forward for the same reasons as Dinwiddie. We saw Royce ONeal see a ton of run. He didn't start with no Nick Claxton, but he came off that bench and he played 34 minutes. He's a better option than Dorian Finney-Smith, in my opinion. He's a better player. Saw 34 minutes, 11 and 10 off the bench. He's only 4,100 tonight, needs 20 fantasy points to hit value. He almost hit value in that first game, even with Claxton. Again, I know he doesn't play the same position as Claxton, but Claxton being out, as we saw last game, benefits everyone but the center position because they just moved Ben Simmons to the center. So it opens up 1 through 4 positions with extra minutes. We saw his minutes go up 12 minutes from when they had Nick Claxton to when they didn't. That's not a coincidence. I think he sees, high 20s in minutes at a minimum tonight, and he should have a good chance at getting 20 fantasy points. He looks like a good value play. He can play small forward and power forward on FanDuel. And then for center, let's go over to Clint Capela. He started this year right around 5,900 to 6,300, needs like 30, 31 fantasy points to hit value. He is averaging 32 so far this year. He is whenever he's below 6,500, he's like the definition of a cash game center. He's going to play you 28 to 30 minutes, and he's going to be a fantasy point per minute kind of guy. We saw the Hawks last night on Sunday night absolutely dismantle the Bucks in Milwaukee, so he only needed to play 23 minutes. We can expect him on a normal night to play 28 to 30 minutes. Now, in this matchup against the Timberwolves, they need to go big. I wouldn't be surprised if Capela sees a couple extra minutes tonight. He's got to be out there to cover Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, and Naz Reid off the bench. The Timberwolves have 3 7-foot guys to throw at the Hawks, so Capela is going to be needed as the big guy on the court. I know they have a Kongwu, but Capela is the number one center. He's going to be needed for sure tonight. It's a tougher matchup against the Timberwolves, but what's the over-under? We got a 229 over-under, and it's a 2.5-point spread. Atlanta is a dog here tonight at home, but it's the highest over-under on the slate. Actually, no, the Celtics and Wizards is 230 right now, and then we have this game coming in at number 2 at 229.5. So Capela looks like a solid play. 6,300, good price, needs 30 fantasy points. He's done that in all 3 games to start the year. And then the injury guys, as of right now, I'm doing this video early in the afternoon. The only big injuries, we got Bam Adebayo questionable with a hip, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that. But he'd have a lot of big guys. I don't even know who would open up in value there. And then there was one other guy that I forgot about who's questionable right now. Zach LaVine's probable. We got Anunoby questionable. Who's the other guy I was thinking of? Maybe it was Anunoby, but... Oh, Daniel Gafford's questionable as well. So that could open up, minutes for Mike Muscala or John Butler, but it's not, slate breaking news. Bam Adebayo is pretty important, but nonetheless, not a ton of injuries to look at tonight. Hopefully, we don't have any questionable resting players like Joel Embiid last night, because that shit is impossible to make lineups for and update my website. So we just got to avoid the NBA fuckery with the news, and we'll be in a good spot to do very well tonight. So that'll do it for this video, guys. Put in that code Halloween in all caps on my website. Like this video. Make sure you're subscribed. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off. Peace.